Oh my gosh. I've been having some computer issues. I'm on a Mac, but I was just thinking about that movie where it's like the South Park guys. The whole world depends on whether a computer boots or not. They're all gathered around in a war room, and this general, they're waiting on a computer, and the general, after like 10 minutes of silence, he's like, fucking Windows 98. Oh, man. Oh, that's a nice comment. That's nice. On that Portishead song Roads, a woman just left a really nice comment. The song is great. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about forgiveness because it is not my strong suit, and never really has been, although I got better at it. So when I was in business, I had my first recording studio, and this one guy, I did CD and DVD manufacturing and graphics and mastering, and the thing just really took off, like literally out of a garage and into, it expanded into another building and yet another building and a commercial location and so on, and then success year after year kind of thing. And one guy who like kind of down the street kind of did the same thing but didn't know what he was doing. He farmed everything out. He didn't actually do the stuff there anyway. Who cares? But we somehow became enemies, and this guy went out of his way. It was like finding thumbs on your YouTube files that don't deserve them. Some of them definitely do, but no. It's like secretly and subversively, he went out of his way to fuck me over, and I really resented his ass, and I hated him. This was like 20 years ago. And, it even got to the point where I just think about it all the time. Every time I turn my head or look anywhere, this guy was doing something, trying to secretly screw me over. It was like a vendetta, vendetta. And I had a girlfriend at the time would talk about, she was a psychiatrist and also a published author on self-help books, nonetheless. She was like 15 years older than me or something, 13. Hey, smart woman, nice woman, cool woman. I fucked her over, of course. I had to be a dickhead with somebody cool, But I didn't mean to. It was really weird. It was an accident, really. It just happened. Things happen. But yeah, she would call me Mr. Revenge, and she would always say, oh, you got to forgive this guy and this and that. And I couldn't get forgiveness for the longest time. And it finally came to a head one night. I was laying in bed, and I really was thinking about, what, I'm a pretty good shot with a rifle, and I am going to just shoot this motherfucker, get him out of the way, because every day there's another, like, downward thumb on my whole life that's making shit difficult. And, he'd flag me with the IRS or send the tax people over to jack with my business and stuff, and just stuff like that. And I knew he did it, and so I was laying in bed one night, and I was just burning with rage, and I'm like, yeah, tomorrow I am gonna just go beat the crap out of this guy, go right into his office and smack him right in the mouth, And it hurt, man. I was burning with rage and at this guy, because he really did go out of his way to screw me over. And eventually he was arrested and went to jail and stuff. I found out later, after I got serious about protecting myself, he had been in jail a lot, but and wasn't happening, so I was laying in bed burning with rage, and what I realized was, Jesus, this hurts. And I realized all at once, like, what if I just forget about this and let this go, because I'm hurting myself here, and this really fucking hurts, and suddenly it's like a light came on. For the first time I was going to say revenge. I was really vengeful, but for the first time ever, I saw things differently. A light came on, and I could breathe again, and I was laying in bed, and it just felt so good, and I was like, oh, this is forgiveness. This is like letting go. This is that thing. And I'd always thought with forgiveness before, well, why would I do this beautiful thing for just a complete fucking asshole anywhere? People who go out of their way to hurt you. And then I realized, oh, this is for me. And it was like sort of having something really, a really nice feeling come over me, you know? After all the hatred left, right? Just by sheer brunt of having the hatred leave, you feel better. You know? But, yeah, you know, and it was so hard for me to get that. I thought I'd just throw that out there. And then I realized, oh shit, I like me actually, and I'm hurting me all the time with this thing. And if I let it go, that means that, and forget about it and stop trading jabs with him, and this is really to remind me to do this, because I can be nasty sometimes. But yeah, I mean, it was really an awakening for me, that feeling of like, I like me and I'm hurting me. And so it's sort of a greedy, almost better word than greedy, selfish thing, is that you kind of go, wait a minute, I like me, I'm going to forgive this fucking asshole for me. You know, because I like me. And eventually, I don't know if I forgive him, but I did forgive him, but I forgot. But forgiveness is for yourself. And man, it took me, I was so stubborn about that. But I'm better now. I mean, I'm not really fully, you know, I'm not totally self-actualized where I can just, you know, forgive anyone about anything. But that has really helped me, because I would be stuck in so much rage and shit. Oh, God. I know that when you curse, you just don't come off as smart. But fuck it. I really sometimes like to curse. But yeah, I mean, if maybe I can help somebody get through like 30 years of their life easier, because for me that took a very long time. But to realize it made me feel like I won in the end, really. And you know, they say with men, especially guys, we gotta win and shit. And that was true, and is true for me, really, a lot. And but I'm better, you know. I'm better now. I don't always have to win anymore. It's kind of like, boy, if I let go, I win. But yeah, it gave me a feeling of like, I win. You know, I win. And I was able to let it go, you know, from that moment on, and not be pissed anymore. So I thought I'd just throw that out there. It's like, if you could sort of get into that mindset of, wow, this is for me and I like me, and the person gets to double fuck you over when you don't forgive them. You're killing yourself and they're fucking with you. 7:57.